What if I told you that the Dallas Cowboys just signed a player who could turn out to be the most unexpected comeback story of the year? That's right, Cowboys Nation. CeeDee Charles, the same offensive lineman who quietly stepped away from the NFL just last summer, is now officially back. And not just anywhere, he's in Dallas, wearing our star. Now, let's break this down. Charles was a fourth-round pick in 2020, part of that legendary LSU team with Burrow and Chase. The guy came into the league with fire. But after a few seasons, with the Washington Commanders and a surprise retirement before even showing up to Titans camp last year, it seemed like his NFL story was over. Until now. Last week, Charles worked out for the Cowboys. And apparently, he looked sharp enough to convince the front office to give him a contract. That's no small thing. For a player to be out of football, lace up the cleats again, and immediately earn a spot on one of the most high-profile teams in the league. That takes heart, that takes grit. And clearly, the Cowboys saw something worth betting on. But let's be real for a second. This move is risky. Our O-line hasn't exactly been a fortress lately, and adding someone who hasn't played in a year, that's rolling the dice. Still, it's not just about physical ability. Charles brings something else: determination. The man had nothing to prove, yet he chose to return. That kind of mindset can inspire a locker room. It can shift the energy. Remember DeMarcus Ware's second act? That hunger to come back and prove yourself again? This feels like that, raw, personal, and powerful. So, what does this mean for the Cowboys? If CeeDee Charles shakes off the rust and finds even half the form he had in college, we might have just added serious depth to our O-line without breaking the bank. He could be that surprise name who makes key blocks when it matters most. And let's face it, every snap counts in the NFC East. It's a gamble, sure. But sometimes the biggest wins come from the boldest plays. And this could be one of those moments. Cowboys fans, let us know. Do you believe CeeDee Charles could be the surprise X factor this season? Or is this just another offseason? Headline? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the conversation. Man, I gotta be honest, this move has me fired up. When I first heard the Cowboys signed CeeDee Charles, I was like, wait, that's CeeDee Charles, the one who stepped away from the game last year? And then, the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. This is classic Cowboys right here, taking a shot on a guy with something to prove. And you know what? I'm all for it. Charles wasn't just another draft pick back in 2020. He was part of that championship LSU team, and let's be real, that O-line helped shape one of the most explosive offenses we've ever seen in college football. He's got the talent, he's got the pedigree, and now he's got the hunger. That kind of combination doesn't come around often. I think what excites me most isn't just what he can do on the field, though that's definitely a big part of it. It's the story. This dude had every reason to stay retired. He had already walked away. But something in him said, I'm not done. And not only did he come back, he came back to Dallas. That tells me he's serious. That tells me he wants this. And he's not just looking for a paycheck, he's looking for redemption. And let's talk about what that means for the team. Our offensive line has had its struggles. Injuries, inconsistency. It's been rough. Bringing in a guy like Charles adds depth, sure, but it also adds fire. It shakes things up. It reminds the rest of the locker room that you've got to earn your spot every single day. That kind of energy is contagious. Of course, it's not a guarantee. We all know that. The NFL doesn't hand out second chances for free. Charles has to prove himself all over again. Conditioning, technique, chemistry with the line. But you know what? I like his odds. He's still young. He's got fresh legs. And if he's been training during his time away like it sounds, he could be ready to make an impact sooner than people think. Bottom line, this move has upside. It's low risk, high reward, and honestly, I'd rather see us take a chance on a guy like this than sit back and play it safe. Because if it hits, If Charles finds his rhythm and brings some of that LSU dominance to our line, watch out. And hey, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Portal Dallas Cowboys News Fan. We've got everything you need to stay locked in this season. Let's ride.